Hey, what is up, guys? This is Boss Driver. I'm a real-world military and civilian instructor pilot, and today I'm going to give you my perspective on doing touch and goes in a 787 at San Diego Airport. Touch and goes in a 787 aren't something that is probably actually done very often in the real world, but we're going to try it out a little bit today. So we are all set up for runway 27. The winds are 270 at 5. Before takeoff, items look good. So let's get it going. Let's push the power up. Parking brake is released. Since the field elevation is close to sea level, let's make our pattern altitude 1,500 feet. In my videos, I don't ever try to do everything just like the real world because, number one, that's not fun. If you try to do everything exactly right in a flight simulator as would be in the real world, you're just going to be disappointed. Flight simulator is it's awesome. It's a great tool. It's fun. I just like to have fun with it. So I'm hoping that hanging out with you guys doing some of this flight simulator pilot stuff, that we'll just have fun together, and I can share some of my experiences and perspectives on flying in the real world and how it relates to fun in flight simulator. On final here, we can see from the visual indicator lights that we're slightly high on glide slope, and that's okay because, man, San Diego, totally cool approach. You just skim the treetops over the hill on the approach to runway 27. So that's pretty sweet. On touch and go, on visual approaches, I think it's fun to, just like in real life on a visual approach, kind of dip below the glide path once you get a good visual, unless you're in instrument conditions, of course. But here we go, ease it on down. There's a touchdown. I'm gonna flare the speed brake for a sec to make sure that I don't have an auto speed brake going. Raise the flaps to about 10 degrees. Keep the power about midway until the flaps are a little bit further, and then we punch the power. And it's going to take about the whole runway to do this touch and go. And good speed, let's go flaps up, and this time let's fly a pattern to the left. here we go, line up on final. Alright, and we're going to take a slightly lower glide path now that we're visual. We got gear and flaps. Gumps. Gumps is a good check. A lot of people use that. Over the threshold at about 140. Easing it back. See if we can get that easy touchdown. There it is. Lower the nose. And let's go flaps up to 10. Leave the throttle about halfway. Maintain that center line. Push it up, throttles, and away we go. A little bit below rotation speed, so don't pull too hard. Alright, climbing away, gear up. Line up on final. Let's get that full flaps going. I think I was making a list when we first started of reasons that being too serious about Flight Simulator is not cool. And that's one of the reasons, is that, hey, it's just, it's $100 simulator. It does great things, it's come a long way, it's super awesome, but if you're expecting everything to be 100% like real world, it's just it's not gonna happen. So getting too serious about it is counterproductive, I think. I think the best way to flight sim is just to enjoy the heck out of it. So that's what we're doing here. We got gear, we got flaps, we got an aim point airspeed. I love aim point airspeed and all the teaching I've done. It's one of the most effective mantras for final. Oh, we get that nose drop that happens. Made a little bit of a firm landing. That's okay. Let's go speed brakes and reverse. Like I said in the previous video, the 787 in Microsoft Flight Simulator has a funny characteristic just above the ground of changing the control authority, and it has some pitching movement there that's kind of funny. But anyway, it's fun to work with that, and a challenge to anticipate it and overcome it. Here we are, rolling to a nice little stop here. Let's take a look. Alright, let's pull in the thrust reversers. Boop. Bring in those speed brakes. Exit here. Should we go park it at the terminal? Go get a little jetway action? Heck yes, we should.
Ground Max 41. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Yeah, here it comes. Oh, dang. jetway. What a deal. Alright guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did. See ya!